Sequential circuits can be further classified into synchronous sequential circuits and asynchronous sequential circuits. You might be familiar with the words synchronous, asynchronous. For example, the children who were present in the classroom synchronously moved to the ground means that particular set of students moved to the ground in at the same time in an orderly fashion. Okay, orderly means that's a case of sequential case, but you know what they did is at the same time they reached the when they followed a particular law and in the correct time based on time synchronous the word synchronous works. Okay, they reach the ground. Asynchronous means similar to the way we go to the students go to canteen or what we call to cafeteria. Likewise, that is two might go there and after that some may come back and then what they do is the other five may go to the cafeteria. Likewise, that is not in an orderly fashion. Okay, but when it comes to synchronous and asynchronous circuits, sequential circuits, what's the difference is that in synchronous circuits there will be a clock, that is a periodically recurring what we call pulse. It's called clock, and based on that they will have input, and based on the clock it decides how we will receive the output. But whereas in the case of asynchronous sequential circuits there will not be the concept of clock. What they do is based on the input we go for producing the output. It's a fact that in the case of sequential circuit there will be memory unit, but when in general when we discuss about synchronous and asynchronous circuits, sequential circuits, the first thing that should come to our mind is in the case of synchronous circuits there will be the clock, and in the case of asynchronous there will not be clock. In synchronous case the operation will be based on the clock as well as the input, but whereas in the case of the input will be controlled by clock as well in the case of synchronous. In the case of asynchronous circuits, what they do is based on the input we go for the output. There will not be any clock. Okay, just go through these notes. Sequential circuits which are controlled by a clock are called synchronous sequential circuits. These circuits will be active only when clock signal is present. Clock signal. Okay. Sequential circuits which are not controlled by a clock are called asynchronous sequential circuits. That is, sequential circuits in which events can take place anytime the inputs are applied are called asynchronous sequential circuits. And what about the clock? Periodically recurring pulse is called a clock. Okay, these are basic theories. Okay, so that you can go through, and when we go to the design part, it will be more clear to you. Okay. Okay, I have made a table to show the difference between synchronous and asynchronous sequential circuits. So that it will be useful to you when it's asked for for examinations and all. You can easily find the difference. Okay, you can study it well. Okay, in the case of sequential circuits, the memory elements present are clocked flip flops. The concept of flip flops will be introduced later. Okay, flip flops in short are called FFs. Okay. FF flip flops. Okay, FFS or flip flop FF. Okay, for the time being just understand that the memory elements present will be flip flops. Okay, but in the case clocked flip flops, that is memory elements that are based on the input clock also. Okay, and here the memory elements are unclocked flip flops. What is the difference between these? That will be explained later. Okay. The change in the input signals can affect the memory elements or the flip-flops upon the activation of the clock signals. That is, as I told, in synchronous sequential circuits, the operation of the inputs on the memory elements solely depends upon the clock signal. So when the clock signal is activated, the input can have an effect on the memory elements. But change in inputs can affect memory elements at any instant of time without the presence of clock in the case of asynchronous. Okay, change in input signals can affect the memory elements at any instant of time and there will not be any clocks present. Okay, and the maximum operating speed of the clock depends on the time delays involved. You know, when we consider, later when we discuss the different, for example, the synchronous counters or asynchronous counters, in such cases we find that, at that time I will explain in detail, the clock will be present in all these cases. Okay, in asynchronous counters also, I will show you how the clock is involved even though it is asynchronous. For the time being, in the case of asynchronous and asynchronous sequential circuits and synchronous sequential circuits, understand that here there will be clocks present, and in the case of asynchronous no clocks will be present. Okay, and the rest of the topic is the maximum operating speed of the clock means, wherever the clocks are involved, understand this particular case. Okay, whenever or wherever the clocks are present, there will be propagation delays. Okay, so the output or the the output we receive will have an effect on will be affected by the clock as well. So the maximum operating speed of the clock depends on the time delays involved. In case the clock is clock means that particular pulse, that periodically occurring pulse is not properly synchronized, or in between, if there is if we consider more than one flip flops, it can be based on the flip flop also, it can be a bit the output may not be correctly obtained. In such cases, what we need to understand is, all these cases will be explained later, but when we go for the flip flop and the design based on flip flops. Okay, but understand that when we have a clock involved in a particular design, okay, there are chances of time delays, and that can affect the output we receive. Okay, so here in the case of asynchronous, here the clock is not present, that is, in the absence of clock, asynchronous circuits can operate faster than synchronous circuits. That without the presence of clocks means, based on the input solely depends upon, in asynchronous case the output solely depends on the inputs, right? So it will be faster than the synchronous counters. And as far as the practical case of synchronous sequential circuits and asynchronous is concerned, the design will be easier in the case of synchronous case, and it will be difficult in the case of asynchronous. Okay, please go.